The Princess of
Yes.
Wales, she has attended an early childhood investment summit in London. Now, she addressed more than 80 business leaders at the event in her first speech since she was diagnosed with cancer last year.
As business leaders, you'll face the daily challenge of finding a balance between profitability and having a positive impact. But the two are not and should not be incompatible. At the Centre for Early Childhood, we believe that we must do all we can to create the conditions for love to flourish. That is how we invest in our future.
So, Andrew, her address is part of her initiative to encourage society to put the needs of children first.
Oh, absolutely. And this was, as you say, her first speech since her March 2024 cancer diagnosis. And she steps out into central London, the epitome of style and sophistication. And her words resonated with people. She's pushing businesses to recognize the needs of parents and caregivers of children. Really, really important, especially those under 5, the children. She highlights how investing in early childhood benefits both families and society as a whole. Her words are wonderful. I just repeat them. My passion and the work of the Centre of Early Childhood stems from one essential truth, that the love we feel in our earliest years fundamentally shapes who we become and how we thrive as adults. And I've spoken many times on your brilliant program about how they're doing that with their own children, how Prince William and Princess Catherine, as we permanently call her now, basically they talk about the family as the central thing, and having a strong family unit with lots of love is going to help those children flourish. So having those big leaders, that wonderful, powerful speech made a lot of sense on that sort of basis.
Now, let's talk about Princess Anne. She's also described as such a hardworking royal, often described as the hardest working royal, I should say, and she's been on tour, and she's also been described as the antidote to Andrew and knows how to face a storm, Andrew.
Well, absolutely. And we've had a lot of this long terrain over us. The storm over Prince Andrew. Well, she had to suffer the storms of outrageous fortune in Singapore. But she was glorious. She says she doesn't get rained off. And she's one of the most resilient of the royals. She is, as everybody says, the hardest working royal. She was down in Singapore. She visited places like the National Orchid Garden, where lots of umbrellas were on display, scrambled to protect that hairdo, which obviously hasn't moved in decades. So it looked really, really well. But they said she's very famous for saying, look, there's no such thing as bad weather, only unsuitable clothing. And she's never going to be blown off course. She's there. She looks magnificent as always. And it was a masterclass in royal resilience. What she was there honouring 60 years of UK ties in Singapore following the independence from Malaysia. As I say, she looked at these wonderful orchids. She toured warships, she did some tours of warships, and also charming various locals and things like that as well. It was wonderful to prove how unflappable she is, and the ultimate antidote to the former prince known as Air Miles Andy.